solve this problem by ourselves, two countries, Azerbaijan and Armenia, if somebody does not interfere.
For example, just mention him.
Well, it's a very common belief in Azerbaijan and in the region that it is the imperialistic interest of the people sitting in Kremlin that prevents the conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia from resolution. Unfortunately, this is true. There is some inertian thinking in the main palace in Moscow regarding this our region. Since Russia cannot offer development to this region, it tries to keep it under control by freezing the conflict, placing military bases, and influencing political design within the countries and of the region.
If you agree, we just spoke, we quoted it yesterday, it's like Machiavelli, diviser pour mieux régner. C'est un peu la politique moscovite dans cette région, parce que les acteurs sont plutôt prêts à se tendre la main, mais l'intérêt de Moscou est différent et ça empêche énormément la
Yeah, I would of course differentiate between political forces in Russia. Not everybody in Russia supports this policy line towards South Caucasus. That's also obvious, and we see different voices increasingly now challenging Putin's policy, which has strategic aims not only in our region but beyond this region, in the area of Soviet Union. Speaking about the cross-border cooperation as a tool of resolution of the conflict, I think we should we can address it generally, theoretically, and by items of cooperation. It's like on the theoretical level, yes, cross-border cooperation in principle is a tool of resolution of conflict in many, a universal tool. We can apply it in many parts of the world and have success. But when we go to the practice, a lot depends on the structure of the conflict and the structure of the societies and the states which are involved in this conflict. For example, we have given the experience of the France and Germany here, cross-border cooperation with local authorities. But what if local authorities in Armenia and Azerbaijan are not elected? What if the elections are fraud? What if these people who are leading these regions are not representing the people? And not only about Azerbaijan and Armenia, we have intensive cross-border cooperation with Georgia, with Russia, with Iran, and Turkey. But this cross-border cooperation is practically never local. It's economic cooperation between our countries, and local communities are involved through the capitals in a way. That's one thing. Another thing, if we itemize the elements of cross-border cooperation, if we itemize the elements of the cross-border cooperation, we can speak about political cross-border cooperation, political level, economic level, and cultural level. So I'm very much in favor of developing cross-border cooperation between Azerbaijan and Armenia on various levels, local level and political level and civil society level. I've been involved very much in that. I've traveled to Armenia several times in the past few years and attended many other Azerbaijan and Armenian civil society initiatives around Europe. But when we are talking about the economic cooperation, we again have to adjust our attitude, our evaluation of our attitude, theoretical attitude, to the practical reality. Economic cross-border cooperation can lead to peaceful resolution, can contribute to strengthening peace if both sides of the conflict are more or less on the same level of economic development. When there is a great, which is not the case in Azerbaijan, and there is a huge disparity between Azerbaijan and Armenia, which emerged in the past 20 years after the ceasefire. So if we are talking about GDP, absolute level, in the per capita level, Azerbaijan is now 7 times higher. And it is projected by IMF and World Bank that the disparity will grow in 10 years and 15 years. Azerbaijan will be producing maybe 10 times more than and living standards will be 3-4 times higher in Azerbaijan.
Let's just think about Madame Schock's speech. She said the border problem or the border issue is only seen by the weaker part of the boat. If you are the stronger part, you don't really have a border issue. This is what she just mentioned. Can you say this a little bit about Azerbaijan too?
Yes, we don't.
The Armenian side, a kind of border issue?
Exactly. We are, if there's a military conflict which remains unresolved, and the element of the military conflict is tanks located in Azerbaijani Azerbaijan's territory, soil, and this military presence is a negotiation advantage for Armenia, and economic superiority of Azerbaijan is a negotiation advantage for Azerbaijan. And it has been very open. Azerbaijani government has been very open that we will, the very day when Armenian tanks, in fact Russian, turn away and start their occupation, Azerbaijan will be ready to promote economic cooperation and share wealth, because economic cooperation, in addition to building peace process, it is also a generator of wealth. If we want to generate wealth for Armenians, there is a price for that.
Sehr interessant, ich nehme zwei Aspekte auf als Fragestellungen mit. Zwei Aspekte und zwei Fragestellungen. Ist Demokratie eine Voraussetzung für eine erfolgreiche grenzüberschreitende Zusammenarbeit? Oder inwiefern kann grenzüberschreitende Zusammenarbeit zu Demokratie führen? Und dann die andere Frage, regionale Disparitäten als Quelle von Konflikten oder als Chance für Kooperationen. Ich glaube, wenn wir uns viele Theorien heute angucken, der regionalen Entwicklung, dann sehen wir eigentlich eher gerade in einem territorialen
to promote the cooperation of the local communities on the border, I think it can go even without democracy and bring about democratic transition eventually. But this is not the case in Azerbaijan and Armenia. Democracy really improves efficiency of such cooperation, but it is not an absolute prerequisite.
Monsieur Fouché, ich würde gerne von Ihrer Anwesenheit profitieren. Sie sind ja ein anerkannter internationaler